Hello fellow hunter. In this video I am going to explain advanced Gunlance strategy and how to deal with powerful monsters like this unique extra powerful Paulumu that you fight in the second act of the game. This monster is no pushover. If a monster ties in a head-to-head, he will lose all its HP. First of all, the most important thing to understand about Gunlance in Stories 2 is the spellcaster class. Gunlance normal attacks are weak compared with the rest of the weapons. When you compare stats, you always will see how Gunlance is dragging behind. This Gunlance special characteristic is that its special shelling moves does not consume kinship like all the other weapons. In fact, it is the exact opposite. Gunlance special skills share the same special effect of building kinship. This means that a Gunlance role is a kinship builder. And whatever lack of base damage gets compensated with being able to use kinship attacks more frequently or using the big area of effect attacks. Monsters' kinship attacks' main boon is that they will cancel any big attack from the enemy monster. This Super Paulumu has a special flying attack that it uses after staying in the air for a couple of rounds. That attack will drain all the health of any character unless you interrupt it. Normally, the way to interrupt attacks is using the power, speed, tech counter. But this super attack is a yellow one. Yellow powers can't be dealt with normally, and basically the best way to deal with them is using your kinship's attacks. Kinship is everything in this game, and this is the best weapon for getting it. The other big factor is the damage type of Gunlance. Gunlance does piercing damage. There is a good deal of monsters resistant to piercing damage. A lot of times, this can be solved by using the body target menu and picking another zone. POW body is resistant to piercing while the neck is weak. Take a look to the massive damage the Wormstake boost does to the Flying Fury here. That part damage also goes a big way to dropping monsters to the ground. Whenever a monster is locking at you, always go for a special shelling attack. Even the weakest one is at least 1/4 of your kinship. And having maxed kinship will save your bacon. Take a look at the big judgment error I do in this point of the fight that costs me a heart. I was expecting my own Paulu to go for a tech attack, but I didn't notice he picked speed here. The result is a tie where POW loses all its health. If I had used the riding to direct the attack or the kinship, I could have avoided this result. My companion actually uses its kinship better than me when it had to be used just before POW ultimate attack and saving the day. This drops the Fury into the ground for a couple of rounds of big free damage. Shelling's attacks do not critical damage here, plus you will not get the bonus kinship. It is a big waste go for a shelling attack in these situations. The only special attack that will do critical damage are the power speed tech sealing move. These, unlike your shelling attacks, requires kinship to be used. It is good if you know you are going to end the fight soon. But otherwise you are better off saving your kinship for the moment you need it. Since Gunlance is this good gaining kinship, you will often find yourself with your monstie at full kinship. If you don't want to lose an opportunity to gain a good chunk of kinship, a very good idea is to switch to another monster for that round. Every monster has a different kinship gauge that is kept for the whole fight. In special, if you have all your shells, a heat-to-heat burst fire special attack will fully get you to full kinship. As an alternative, you may just ride your monster and control it directly. This is good since you can decide the type of attack and you will ignore the weapon type damage, doing good damage even if the monster is resistant to piercing. The final point and advice I can give you here is to look after kinship boosting items like Bulldrome armor. There seems to be cumulative bonuses and works ridiculously good with Gunlance. If you find a charm with the effect, use it. And that are all the combat tips I have for Gunlance for now. I will go uploading the different optional bosses, which are very fun fights. You may keep watching this fight, but if not, thanks for watching. And see you in the hunt.
やるじゃないか。感心したぞ。